Do you ever feel like manifestation is just another thing on your to-do list that you don't have time for? Like your spiritual practice is something that you have to do? Honestly, you're not alone because I felt that way too. Something that's really changed my relationship with manifestation is blending it into my lifestyle so that no matter what I'm doing, I'm also manifesting. I call this manifestation as a lifestyle, and it's single handedly made the entire manifestation journey more enjoyable for me. And I've seen my desires show up with a lot more ease. Manifesting as a lifestyle has made manifestation go from feeling like a task to something I just naturally do because it's who I am. If you'd like to learn more about this, I've created a step by step guide for you. I'll link it in my show notes so you can check it out.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Affirmation Addict podcast. This is your host, Payal Agarwal, and today I'm so excited because I will be talking to you about what it means to actually effortlessly manifest. A lot of us think we're supposed to put in a bunch of work and it's supposed to be this really difficult process, but I'm here to tell you that that's not always the case. Hi everyone, my name is Payal Agarwal and I want to welcome you to the Affirmation Addict podcast. Affirmations have changed my life and now it is my mission to help you use them to change yours by using affirmations every day to manifest things your way. My goal is to make affirmations attainable and accessible to every single person, including you, because you have the ability to take control and create your reality. So come with me on my journey and let's see what we can manifest together. Okay, so welcome officially to the podcast. And as you know, we're going to be talking about effortless manifestation. And the reason this came up to me, I've been doing a lot of coaching calls recently. And the biggest thing that I've noticed is a lot of my clients, they keep telling me, I'm doing all the affirmations, I'm journaling, I'm scripting, I'm visualizing, I'm doing all of this stuff, but nothing is happening, or it takes way longer than expected. And why is that? And I think the biggest thing is we forget that manifestation is supposed to be easy. It's supposed to be effortless. It's supposed to be fun. And we forget to find the joy in the actual process. It's not that we're not putting in the work. You're putting in the proper work, but are you actually enjoying the process of working? Are you having fun while you're manifesting? And this is something that took me a long time to understand, and finding the joy in the journaling, finding the joy in actually saying my affirmations, and finding the joy in actually being in that moment while I'm working to manifest what I want. And I think that's a really hard thing for all of us because we're so ingrained in this society where we have to work all the time, you have to hustle, and every single second has to be filled up by doing something we're not used to, and we're not trained to sit and have space and enjoy what we're doing. We're always trained to think about what's the next step and what else can I be manifesting and what's my next goal. We're not really trained and taught, especially in this generation in our society, how to actually enjoy what we are currently going through. It's all about our future, right? Like when we are in kindergarten, it's all about our future. And when we're going to go to elementary school, when you get to elementary school, it's prepping you for middle school and starting to play those sports. When you're in middle school, it's starting to prep for high school and getting on that varsity team, or prepping for SATs and thinking about what college you want to go to. And high school is all about what college you want to go to. We always forget to actually have fun in that moment. And college, all I remember focusing on in college was how do I get that internship so that when I'm out of college, my job is good. And then the next thing after college is, okay, when am I going to get married? The next thing is, when am I going to have kids? And then when are my kids going to have kids? It's always looking at the next step. It's never really all about enjoying in this moment and having this effortless feeling of joy, because that's not how we're conditioned. And the thing is, when you're manifesting, the biggest thing that we are taught is to find the joy in the now. And I know that sounds so cliche, and that's kind of like almost like a downer to hear because it sounds way too easy, but that's the point. Manifestation is easy. If you can just keep your vibe high, if you can just feel good, and if you can just enjoy every single thing that you are doing right now, whether it is with the intention to manifest something else, but if you're actually enjoying that process, then you are golden. I think a lot of the times we struggle during manifestation because we're hoping so badly for that manifestation to come true, and we're hoping so much for our affirmations to come true. But the key is, those are already true. The fact that that affirmation is in your mind, that thought is already in your mind, and you are already giving energy towards that thought, the manifestation has started. That process has already began. So why don't you get into alignment and enjoy, get excited the fact that your affirmation is already coming true. Your manifestation is already in process. That is what effortless manifestation is all about, is enjoying this moment, because you know whatever you want is already coming your way. So that certainty and that enjoyment and that ease, that's all part of effortless manifestation. Manifestation isn't supposed to feel like a task or an item on my to-do list or basically some homework. Manifestation is supposed to be a lifestyle. It's supposed to be easy. It's supposed to just feel like it blends in. You should automatically begin to start saying positive affirmations as your thoughts. You can say affirmations like in the mirror if you're trying to manifest something, but in the end, your entire vocabulary will be filled with positive affirmations. You'll journal just because you want to, not because you feel like you have to, so that you can get that end result. And that's where that shift comes in, is why are you doing what you're doing? Are you doing it so that end result can come quicker? Or are you doing it because you are enjoying now, but you know what can come better? Those are two really similar things, but the vibration behind both of those feelings are completely different. And that's where I think we get confused, because we are so focused on what the end result is and what's coming next and our future and our dream reality. We forget that right now is completely determining what's going to happen in our future. If you are focused on the future because you hate your present and you're frustrated with your current reality, you're only emitting vibrations of frustration and of upsetness. I don't even know if that's a word, of sadness. That's the only energy that you're emitting. You're not emitting energies of joy, love, happiness, and excitement. You should feel excited about those manifestations, even if they're not in your current reality. You know that they're coming. That's why it is effortless, because you're not worried that it's not coming. You know it's coming. And so that's where I feel a lot of us struggle. And I do this too. I still struggle with this to this day. But it's really all about enjoying now and making sure you're having fun throughout it. It's not like a serious meditation where you have to sit in a quiet room or go out in nature and sit quietly and have a frown on your face and be super stern and not talk a lot and not dance. This is about fun and life and letting energy flow through you, whether that means dancing around, whether that means jumping or writing or painting, expressing yourself creatively. Whatever that energy flows through you, that's fun and that's easy and that's light. For some people, that might be putting on makeup. For some people, it might be going to a fashion show or getting ready for something. And for other people, it might be going and playing sports. That is their way of having fun and being completely immersed in that moment. And that's what's going to make your vibration high. All you're really focusing on when you're trying to manifest something is keeping your vibration high in this moment, because all we really have control over is the current moment. So the current moment is what determines our future. So your current moment is critical and your current moment is now. So be cautious. What vibration are you emitting at this second? And if you can only emit joy, 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 joy every single second, that's what you're going to receive. But if your vibration that's emitting in these current moments are joy, frustration, fear, and kind of this feeling of unworthiness and sadness, that's what you're going to get more of. So effortless manifestation, I'm going to keep saying it over and over and over again. This is all about feeling good in this moment, finding that joy in this moment, because all you truly have control over is your current vibration. You can't kind of vibrate in the future. You're only vibrating at this second, and that's what you have a conscious choice to choose. So if you can consciously get yourself to choose those feelings of joy, happiness, excitement, lightness, and anything that's just positive and makes you want to smile, that is your secret to life. If you can literally make sure that you are emitting only good vibrations in this current moment, every single moment following that current moment is going to be good and good and good. That's just how law of attraction works at its simplest and most kind of basic terms. Whatever you emit now is what you get more of. And the only thing you actually have control of is now. So if you want more of happiness emit happiness. If you want more love, emit love. If you want more frustration, emit frustration. Whatever you give is going to come back. And that's why manifestation should be effortless, because if you can just give out joy, if you can just give out love, if you can just give out acceptance, vibrate it, give it to other people, receive it, if you can just bask in those types of energies and in those types of vibrations, that's all you're going to get more of. And what else do you need? Everything else will come to you. The only reasons things don't go our way or we get disappointed is because we have these expectations and we have these deadlines that we set and we have everything planned out. But what if we don't go according to plan and we go according to how we feel and how we want? What if we don't necessarily go to college the year after high school? What if we never go to college? Your life isn't over. I can honestly say I think I'm using none of my college degree. I obviously enjoyed college. It was an awesome time, but for the degree and the amount of stress people put on it and financial stress that people go through and just even emotional stress, college can be a lot of stress for people. And some people just aren't good at school and they don't want to do more school, but they feel like they have to. The entire 4 years that they are struggling and feeling those vibrations of helplessness and hurt and just sadness, that is going to mess with them for the years coming, and it just becomes an endless cycle. So don't stick to a plan. Don't keep looking at the next step. Stick to this moment. Know what you want in the future, but go with the knowing that you know it's coming. Don't kind of figure out a way of exactly how you need to get there. Don't try and focus on how exactly it's going to happen, because if it's meant to happen for you, it'll happen no matter what. And I know every single one of us has proof that if something is meant to happen, it's going to happen. That's just a fact of life. And that's just the way the universe works. That's the way energy works. That's the way the natural laws of this world work. And so don't fear that you won't get what you want. It's going to come to you. You just have to be patient and you just have to live in this moment, because that's the only thing you can control. Your affirmations and your journaling, that should be a part of the fun process. That should be almost like creativeness for you. That should be almost like a flow and basically rewriting your story however you want to. That should be the process. It should not be, I am trying to manifest my soulmate, so then after I get my soulmate, I can plan our wedding and I can plan when I'm going to have kids with them. Your soulmate you should want your soulmate so that he can better your life and augment kind of everything you already have, all those feelings you have. That should be the intention behind it. It shouldn't be so that you can check off that box on your entire life plan list. And that's where I think a lot of us, it's a lot of training that you have to do for your mind. It's a lot of work that you have to put in. But once we can get to the energy that everything that we're experiencing right now is just full of joy, full of lightness, full of happiness, and full of excitement, then that's all we're going to get more of. And everything else in your life will be good. I think a lot of us put such a pressure to check off all of these boxes. And even with manifestation, you're checking off every single box of, I haven't said my affirmations, I haven't journaled, I haven't scripted, I haven't visualized today, I didn't meditate, I didn't diffuse an essential oil, I didn't play with my crystal today. That's a checklist too. Get rid of those checklists. These should be easy and effortless things. And even in life, like I am such a checklist person. I was a huge planner. I had my entire life planned for at least 5 years after college, and I can say my life is not going as planned at all, and it's the best thing ever. So once you can let go of those plans and let go of that attachment to know every single thing that needs to happen and how it's going to happen, like get rid of that control and you surrender because you know you're safe, you know you're protected, and you know you're on the right path, that is when your manifestation becomes truly effortless. You just need to surrender. You need to accept that whatever needs to happen to you will. You can choose what happens to you, but you don't choose how it happens. It'll come into your life when it needs to. So that's what you need to really understand, that your focus needs to just be what makes you happy, what makes you excited, what makes you have fun. That is where we forget, because we are so focused on the end result, we forget to enjoy the process. You forget to enjoy the journey. And this is not your fault. It's not your parents' fault. It's not your school's fault. This is just society being unaware at this moment that this is what we need to do. We're not taught this in schools from a young age, and no one in our society is really taught this at a young age. So this isn't a fault. This isn't something to be hard on yourself about. This is something to be excited that you got this awareness, you got this reminder, if you already knew this, you got this knowledge to start implementing this today. You can switch that now. Ignore your past. Your past has nothing to do with how your future is going to be starting today. Your past is your past. You learned what you needed to. And now today, from this point forward, you're going to make a conscious decision that my manifestation is going to be effortless. I'm going to have fun. I'm going to enjoy this process. It's easy for me. All of these things are possible. You just have to make that conscious choice. And I just really, really want you guys to remember that, especially during this holiday season. I know it can be a really tough time for people. I know it can be hectic for people, just buying Christmas presents, being super busy. I know there's a lot of stuff that goes on during this holiday season. So especially in those times of kind of chaos and hustle and all the bustle, remember that everything can be effortless. Everything can be easy. Everything can be fun if you make that conscious choice. If you remember that this moment is all that you have and you are choosing to make this moment fun, even if it's the crappiest situation, there is a way to look at it and there is a way to understand it from a different perspective. That different perspective might not be full of rainbows and butterflies, but that different perspective could be a lesson, could be something for you to self-reflect on and really dig deeper into yourself. So I invite you to play around with the idea that affirmations, manifestation, law of attraction, life in general, everything can be effortless and easy. This doesn't mean you don't take action. This doesn't mean that you sit there and it'll all come, but the effort that you put behind it should never be draining. It should never be a task. It should never be like a check mark off your to-do list. It should be part of the fun and part of the enjoyment and truly about enjoying the process. So as an action item, I always try and give you guys some action items. As an action item for today and for whenever you listen to this podcast, I want you to keep repeating the affirmation that life is effortless and everything flows to me with ease. Get rid of the idea that things have to come after a struggle or things have to take a lot of effort and we have to work our butts off to get different successes. Life can come to you with ease. It doesn't mean you don't take action. It just doesn't mean that you're struggling. There's a key difference. And so I invite you to repeat that affirmation. And if you guys do have any other questions, I am always here for you. So I would love to hear if this episode was helpful, if this resonated with you. If it did, please take a screenshot so we can spread the word, spread this awareness so that all of us can become even more high vibe and even more better in this world. And in the reviews, I would absolutely appreciate if you took a couple minutes and tell me what your biggest takeaways were and how you're actually enjoying the podcast. Your feedback would absolutely mean the world to me. And other than that, I wish you just a beautiful day ahead. And thank you for spending some time with me. And I will talk to you very, very soon. Have a beautiful day. Mwah. Bye. That's all I have for you guys, and I just want to say thank you again for spending some time with me. I really hope you enjoyed this episode, and if you did, head over to my social media. I'm on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, or go to my website if you want to subscribe to my email list, which is affirmation-addict.com. I cannot wait to hear from you guys, and I will talk to you guys super soon. Have a good one, you guys. Bye.